everyone, welcome to Photoplay's YouTube channel and welcome to Tuesdays with Tina. My name's Tina Smith and I have a fun, wintry, snowy card to share with you today. We're using a Say It With Stamps collection Snow Ho Ho Joy stamp set. This is a large 6x8 stamp set that's a layering. We have pre-sentiments, sub-sentiments that go with all three of the larger letters, and then there's a coordinating die set. We're going to create a wintry scene using the snow, and we're going to jump in and get started. We're going to start by doing some stamping. We're going to start with the outline here of the letters that say snow and the imagery. I'm going to stamp this on some white cardstock using some black ink. We will ink this up and give this a good press, and it just stamps beautifully. Now after we have this done, I have some masking paper. I'm going to take a piece, I'm going to cover up the snow globe portion, and then I'm going to just stamp it one more time. And then now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to fussy cut around the snowman area here. So I fussy cut out my snowman. Now I want to mention two things. You don't have to, when you fussy cut, you don't have to fussy cut this bottom area because this does not color in. So you don't need the bottom area, but I just like it as a little handle for my masking. And then the fringes on the scarf you don't have to cut out. And then the lines that go to the hat you don't have to cut out. So he looks kind of funny, but when you layer this right over the top of your snowman, you can see it kind of just goes together. Give that a good press. Okay, I'm going to clean off this stamp, and then in our stamp set here, we're going to place the snow right over here. I'll pick it up with the lid of my stamping positioner, and now I'm going to go over my solid snow with the pale blue ink, and I'm going to go over my image. Now I do suggest a dye-based ink when you do this because we're going to add a little bit of coloring with some alcohol markers, and it goes best with a dye-based ink. It won't work with a pigment ink because it will smear, or maybe even an oxide ink. Sometimes oxide inks could ruin your alcohol markers. So dye-based ink will work best for what we're doing today. I'm going to give that a good inking, and then I will press this down. My mask is on there, and we are good to go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove my paper, and I'm going to lift up my mask. So now our snowman is white. What we're going to do next is bring in some colored inks. I have a trio. I have these, we're going to use these three inks. And I'm going to add some detail to my letters. I want a gradient, and this is just going to give me a nice smooth blend. I'm just going to go up towards the bottom, and then around the bottom of my snow globe, kind of go around the circle of it. Right now it's really subtle, but then we're going to take our darkest color and we're going to do some flicking motions just at the base. Over here too. The S is a little tricky. There's no right or wrong way to do that. I'll take my middle color and we'll do a little extra flicking motion here. Go a little higher on that circle. I'll take my lightest and we'll just blend it all together. So we have a little bit of, looks real like it has a lot of depth. Now we're going to add some color to our snowman hat, the scarf, and then the base. I'm going to be using these three markers. Starting with my lightest, I'm just going to go over them. We'll add a little shading to the left here with my darkest. I'll add the mid-tone. And we'll blend them all together with our lightest. Okay, we have a little Christmas tree here, so I'm going to bring in a green marker, and we're just going to add some color over that Christmas tree. I am going to bring in a light pink marker and just highlight the cheeks of my snowman. This just makes them a little more playful. And lastly, I have a light pale gray marker. I'm going to add a little shadow to one side of my snowman. This just adds a lot of depth. Just that one little line. And our image is all done. Okay, I'm going to take the coordinating die. I have my nippers here. I'm going to separate this, and then I'm going to cut this out along with some strips of colored cardstock. This is what my image looks like when it's cut out. I love that it cuts out the snowflakes too. Okay, we'll put this to the side, and then I have a top folding card base today. Normally I use the Photoplay Paper's A2 card bases, but today we're using top folding because I'm going to add some twine around here and it just makes it easier. I have 3 pieces of blue cardstock that go from dark to light. This top one is 2.5 inches tall. I'm going to take this and I'm going to add it to the very bottom of my card base, just using my glue. We'll tack this here. This piece here is a 2-inch. They're all 4 1/4, but this one is 2 inches tall. I'm going to take this, add some glue, and this is going to go at the very top of that blue. Lastly, I have the lightest blue that is a 3/4 inch tall strip. I'm going to add some glue behind here. And this is going to go placed at the very top here. I'm going to take my snow greeting, I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to put some foam tape behind here. Before I remove the foam tape, I'm going to place my snow where I want it to go, and then we are going to stamp "Let It." In our stamp set, we have the greeting that says "Let It Snow." You could also put "Thank you snow much," I think would be really cute. But I'm going to stamp "Let It" right up here. So using my snow as a guide, I'm going to use my black ink and we'll stamp the "Let It." Beautiful. Let's just remove the release paper here, and we're going to place this in the center. We will add this, and then in our stamp set also we have some snowflakes. So I have a couple acrylic blocks. I'm going to stamp a couple snowflakes here. I'm going to use my black ink, and we'll add some snowflakes in our background. And we'll stamp this one also. I think 3 snowflakes is going to be perfect. I may add some more, so I'll keep these out. I do have some red and white twine. I always like to cover my seams. So I'm going to take my twine and I'm going to go over the lightest blue seam, and I'll tie a bow. Maybe one smaller one here too. Now for finishing touches, I think we need some snowfall in the back of our globe. So I'm going to bring in some crystal drops. I'm going to add some snowfall here, just little itty bitty dots. And then I have some white sequins. We're going to add some sparkle. And that will finish off my card project for today. A fun wintry card. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.